When we talk about simple living, we often talk about the external representations of a quote-unquote simple life. The homesteads and off-grid cabins and living without technology. And all of this can make simple living seem very unattainable. And I'm not saying that these things don't matter or that they won't help you to simplify your life, but that doesn't mean that you can't simplify your life right now. I believe that simple living is not so much about arriving at a certain destination. Instead, it's about realizing that life already is fundamentally simple. All these other things, the off-grid cabins and monasteries, they don't necessarily make your life more simple. They just remove distractions and allow you to see more clearly the simplicity that's already there and that's been there all along. If you think about it, life really is already incredibly simple, but we tend to make it more complicated by bringing problems from the future and the past into the present moment. If you think about what you do in any given day, there are a lot of things that are incredibly simple. You brush your teeth, you eat, you drink, you go for walks, and all these things are inherently very simple things. But then we think about something someone said to us or something we have to do later that day, and instead of enjoying the present moment, we start to get anxious and worry and get stressed about things that we can't do anything about right now anyway. And of course, it's important to review past events and to plan for the future, but we can do it more deliberately and only when it really makes sense, and then return to the present moment instead of just ruminating on the past and the future constantly. Because when you think about it, the present moment really is all there is. The past doesn't exist anymore, and when it existed, it did so only as the present moment. And the same is true for the future. It doesn't exist yet, and by the time it exists, it will do so only as the present moment. So you never experience anything but the present moment. And when you realize that, it becomes really obvious why it's so important to live in the present moment. But what does it even mean to be in the moment or to be present? Basically, it means to simply be aware of what is happening right now and to consciously experience the present moment without judging it and without putting any labels on it. This could, for example, mean being aware of what you hear and see and feel in this moment. For example, when I look outside of my window right now, I see the trees waving in the wind, I hear the birds singing, and you can even become aware of your thoughts and observe what is happening in your mind without identifying with it and also without getting attached to it. And that's really what it means to be in the present moment. But of course, that is a lot easier said than done. But this is a skill that can be practiced. And one way to practice it is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation essentially means practicing to be in the present moment and to be aware of the present moment without judging it. To practice mindfulness meditation, all you have to do is take a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and become aware of your breath. Don't try to control it or to slow it down or speed it up. Just become aware of it. Notice how it feels. Notice the air coming in through your nostrils and out again. Notice the brief pause in between the breaths. And when a thought pops up, which will inevitably happen, then don't try to fight it or to suppress it. Simply be aware of the thought. Observe it, how it plays itself out, and then return to your breath. You can find many free or very inexpensive resources on mindfulness meditation, two that I found very helpful were the Waking Up app and the book Mindfulness in Plain English. When you meditate and you are really present, it feels really good, but the real goal is to bring that presence into the rest of the day, so that when you are doing something, you are being fully aware of it. When you go for a walk, you just walk, and when you do the dishes, you just do the dishes. And when you can do that, you are really fully experiencing every moment of your life. This presence is, I believe, really the key to a simple life. And what's so great about this is that it's available to everybody. You don't first need to make a lot of money and quit your job and move to the country before you can start living a simple life. You can start doing it right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this interesting and helpful. I know I found it really helpful when I had this paradigm shift in my mind that simple living is not so much something that you achieve or some external circumstance that you arrive at. It's more about realizing the simplicity that's already there, and that makes it so much more accessible and not seem so unattainable. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button because it really helps this channel a lot, and I will see you, if you want, in my next video.